Welcome to the video, and today, guys, what I have for you today is the top 11 best runners in the game, and look how clean Zoro looks inside of his King of Hell hockey version. It looks very clean, very clean. I like it, I like it. But anyways, guys, I guess we should just start, the video off right now, If you like the video, leave a like, subscribe, and we'll get right into it. But this is our number 11 spot right here, Zoro. And Zoro is at number 11 because he's basically unkillable unless he gets recovery blocked. Recovery block is gonna be a big thing inside of this meta now because recovery block and ice ball are the two biggest status effects now, and entrance, but S-Snake kind of fell off, I should say, because of Kuzan. But he nullifies stun because he does stun with his second skill, and it also does percentage damage. So what I would recommend, it also goes through walls, so what I would recommend, you do this skill, goes through walls, hit them with that, and then you hit them with the Death Lion song. I didn't know that ignores defense, but that is good. Good. But the main thing about Zoro, his King of Hell hockey state, if you keep hitting somebody with percentage damage over and over, you gain his King of Hell hockey state, and then you're unkillable for like 10 seconds. So yeah, I would say the only thing, wait, he actually nullifies the trait with skill 1 whenever you recover enough. So he's actually a Roger counter too. He's a Roger counter. Okay, interesting. But he's not an Odin counter or a Yamato counter. He's just a Roger counter. Interesting. But yeah, that is my number 11 spot. Let's get into the next spot, number 10. And at number 10, we have Egghead Luffy. Some of you guys are probably going to be like, hey, put him a little bit higher. He's a bit better than just number 10. Here's my reasoning why he's so low on the list. He does nullify entrance by S-Snake, so he's not getting entranced by S-Snake. And he also nullifies shock. But here's the main reason why he's not higher. He doesn't nullify status effects while on the flag. So like Ice Ball, if there's a Kuzan, he's gonna get status affected. He might be able to cap the flag after he gets unstatus affected, but he's gonna get status affected, and then he is unkillable if it's a 1v1, but if somebody else steps inside or if they step outside the flag, you're dead. So yeah, Luffy, his main skill, he teleports to flags, he caps the flag, he teleports to the next flag, he caps that flag. So he's pretty good whenever you put it like that, but like, he just gets status affected, man. So many runners now get status affected, and you're gonna see a trend with runners that can't get status affected, that can't get status affected, are gonna be higher on the list. So yeah, that's number 10. Let's get on to the next one. Number 9 is unfortunately Aramaki. Aramaki fell off so hard because of S-Snake. He can get status affected by every single status effect, recovery block, all those. So like, it's really hard to play him inside the meta right now because he gets ice balled, he gets entranced, he gets shocked, he gets stunned. Like, very hard to play him, but he does ignore people on the treasure, so you can just cap the treasure, ignore him, cap the treasure after you get unstatus affected, and he also recovers whenever he's downed or knocked back. So you get knocked back, you recover some HP, and then you're back at capping the flag. But his main skill is also his skill 1, just like Luffy, but this one is a little bit better than Luffy's, which is why I have him higher. It does fixed damage, and it also reduces attack. So pretty good, and then he also does increase damage to defenders. So a little bit better than Egghead Luffy, because he's green and Egghead Luffy is red, so he's not going to have any damage reduction against Kuzan. But I mean, if I'm being honest, like, Aramaki still has fallen off. So I mean, there's nothing to really be like, oh yeah, Aramaki's like this much better than Egghead Luffy. Not really. They're both around the same tier. But yeah, Aramaki, he kind of fell off. Next person on the list, let's go. And the next person on the list is S Shark. And S Shark, the reason why he's here, he does percentage damage. A lot of characters now are doing percentage damage because there are so much defensive increase inside the game right now, so it's pretty good. And then his skill right here, he can't excuse me. He can't be stats effective while in the skill. That's the main reason why he's here. And also damage reduction, and he does more damage to power users, which is interesting because he is a power user. So, all you really need to know about S Shark is that he's basically a pure runner, and he does nullify some stats effects, some. Wow. Where's the trait? When attacking an element with strong against nullify status effects inflicted. Yeah. But yeah, all you really need to know about S Shark is that he's a pure runner. So if you're trying to fight, he does do percentage damage, but most likely you're gonna lose that fight. So yeah, I wouldn't fight somebody with S Shark, but excuse me. If you were to fight people with S Shark, it wouldn't be a bad idea because he does do percentage damage. So that is why he's here. He's not really a counter to Kuzan or Garp or anything like that, but he is still really good. Alright, next person on the list. Next person I have on this list is Marco. Marco has actually come back inside the meta with Kuzan here and after his buff. So, as you guys should know, just like S Shark, he can't be status affected or knocked down anymore. He was able to be knocked down, but now he's not being able to be knocked down whenever you're hit with this skill. So, I said whenever you're hit with the skill, whenever you activate the skill. So now, whenever he's capturing a flag, he also nullifies status effect, and now whenever he uses his skill 2, he also nullifies status effect. So yeah, he's come back inside the meta. He's a pretty good runner actually now. I don't use him, but the last time I did use him, I was almost top 10, as you can see. So, pretty good runner, still inside the meta. If you're gonna use him, I would say use this skill first. It's a knockback skill, and then travel to another flag and try to capture treasures. He's a pure runner, just like S Shark. He doesn't do any percentage damage, but this skill does do a lot of damage. I will say that. And this is just a knockback skill. So yeah, Marco, pretty decent inside the meta right now. And I don't know what place this is. I feel like it's like number 5 or something like that. But yeah, number 5 or 6 or whatever. We have Hody Jones. Hody Jones has actually also come back inside the meta. If you have a good damage reduction set, which I have a good defense set with all my runners, so that's not really a problem for me. But the main reason why Hody Jones is back, he has a 30% damage reduction whenever he has energy steroid and 50% increase to his basic attacks. To his basic attacks. Not only that, but he does get capture increase, and he also has more damage reduction while on the flag. So, another thing that you need to be worried about is that whenever he gets down, he gets more skill 1 cooldown. But also, just like Kuzan, if he's above like 30% or more health or anything like that, he only gets left with 1 HP, and it's honestly pretty broken. Like, it's probably not as broken as like Yamato, where like, oh yeah, if I'm inside of a flag, I can't die. And low-key, what they probably should do for Hody Jones is if he's capturing a flag, he can't die. If he's capturing a flag, he can't die. That'd be pretty good. That'd be a pretty good trait right there. But yeah, Hody Jones, he's a big counter to most of the Devil Fruit users that were on this list prior. Any Devil Fruit user that's on this list higher than him, he also counters. But the thing is, they're such a pure runner that they could go back and forth with Hody Jones. So that's the reasoning why I have Hody Jones maybe lower than some of the power users that are higher than him on the list. But anyways, guys, yeah, that's Hidden EX Hody Jones. Pretty decent inside the meta. Not like crazy meta, but he's come back inside the meta for sure. Runner we have on the list, at least I consider her a runner because she is a class changing unit, but her main priority class is runner. So is Uta. And Uta, the way that you play Uta, you just use the skill, you travel to the furthest flag, you use Trick or Treat, and then, you know, you cap the flag, you know. But what I have to say about Uta is actually, excuse me. Is actually that she's pretty broken. Like, she's kind of knocked all the previous runners, besides Hody Jones, really, that were behind her in the list, out of the meta. Besides Hody Jones and Marco, to be honest. Hody Jones and Marco are the only ones that I've played and that can actually hold their own. And Ashark, that can actually hold their own against Uta. So, yeah. But Uta, the main thing that you need to know about her, she's a big damage reduction person, but she doesn't have that much damage reduction because of her I'll trick you trait. It's not even a trait either. I got it wrong twice. Third time lucky. Let's see if I get it third time lucky. Her skill, I'll trick you. There we go. Third time lucky, guys. Third time lucky. Alright, anyways. She has a decent amount of damage reduction, and she's also able to turn into a defender, which is pretty good. Excuse me. Because whenever she turns into a defender, she gets more defensive buff, and she's just able to just keep that flag no matter what, basically. Like, you're not capping that flag because she'll just keep getting her skill 1 on you, and it's very annoying. But yeah, Uta, pretty good runner inside the meta. Last runner video that I had, I did not have her on my list because she did not come out. If she came out, like, I know that she came out a couple of days after I posted the video, but if she came out like the day I posted the video, she would have been on the list. She definitely would have been on the list. But yeah, Uta, she's now on my top 11 runners. Yeah, pretty good unit. I hate Uta. And guys, the next person on our list is Bruno. Bruno, one of the best runners in the game. Yeah, Bruno. Bruno also was not on my list, not because he was not out, but because Bruno was getting cooked by every single unit inside the meta at the time. That was the time whenever Kamusari Shanks came out. And whenever Kamusari Shanks came out, he was countering the F, the freak, out of Bruno. And yeah, Bruno was basically unusable. But that now that Kuzan is inside the meta, Bruno's actually come back. Because Kamusari Shanks, he does counter Kuzan, but Kuzan on the flag, he just heals Bruno. So like, as long as you're not off the flag, he just heals you. If you're on the flag, he just heals you. So, the main thing about Bruno though is this skill. He can't be stats affected on while having this skill out, and also the main thing about this skill, it makes other people not have their skills. I don't know about dodge, but it's also a knockback skill. So you just use it, you knock them back, you travel to another flag because he's a pure runner, and you take away their skills and cap their flag. But basically, Bruno's whole thing is whenever he's on a flag, he can't be stats affected, and whenever he's using any one of his skills, he can't be stats affected. So, that's the main reason why I would say Bruno is one of the best runners in the game. And he wasn't on my list last time, but now he's on my list this time, 2025. Bruno, really good runner now. He's actually useful inside the meta again. Guys, next person on the list. Hold on. Next person on the list is Claw. Now you might be saying, this is hypocrisy. Claw should be higher. He cooks Garp. Now here's the deal. There's a couple other runners on this list that cook Kuzan more than Garp. And you might ask me inside the comments, so are you basing this list off of Kuzan counters in the meta? No, it's just who runs the meta. And right now it's Kuzan. If you have a level 80 or above Kuzan, you're cooking every single Garp, you're cooking every single Shanks, and you're cooking every single Yamato. So, yeah, I can't really put inside my heart Claw higher than any other runner that I have on this list. So, the basic thing that you need to know about Claw is his skill 1 and his skill 2 with Law. So Law, his skill ignores obstacles. That's really good for fighting Kuzan. So you just use this skill. You inflict him with capture block, recovery block, and then you use let's just say you do the opposite of what I did. What I said. You use this skill to inflict him with recovery block, and then you use this skill to hit him through the obstacles, his wall that he puts up, and then you kill him. Or what you do is you damage punk his wall, and then you use this skill to kill him through his damage reduction and all that, his defense boots and all that. But the basic thing that you need to know about Claw, he ignores people while on the flag, and also he's a switching unit. So you hold down his first attack and you get his other running partner Law instead of Kid. So Kid, with his basic attacks, he takes away your dodge, which is a big thing. And Claw, with his basic attack, he gives you recovery block. So, and both of these characters, while you attack, they gain defensive increase up to 50%. So whenever you get defensive increase at 50%, you're basically unkillable to anything else besides somebody that does percentage damage or somebody that has another claw or something like that. So yeah, or a green unit, to be honest, because green units do counter claw pretty heavily too. But yeah, claw, really great unit. The only EX that I really want right now too is claw. I really want claw as an EX, but I was never able to pull claw, unfortunately. But claw, right here, claw. And the next unit, guys, that we have on this list inside the top 5 is Robert Gucci. Gucci. Robert Gucci. Look at that Gucci jacket. Oh my goodness. Anyways, Robert Gucci. The main thing that you need to know about Robert Gucci, he does percentage damage with 2 of his skills, his skill 1 and his skill 2, with his normal and his awakened form. Now, the main thing that you need to know about Robert Gucci inside of his awakened form, he does have a lot of damage reduction, and he does also disregard defensive increase with his normal attacks, basic attacks, if he has 70% or more health. So, if you just claw, stay, Kuzan, and take away his basic attacks, all he has left is his skills. So, as long as you don't get hit by one of Kuzan's skills, you're good. And then you can just kill Kuzan by just hitting him with Rakugan or something like that, or just basically attacking him to death. Because, you recover HP whenever you basically attack, and you also disregard defensive stat. So, yeah. Defensive increase, defensive stat. So, yeah. The main thing that you need to know about Rob Gucci's runner form, though, he is a pure runner. He gets a lot of damage reduction. He doesn't show himself to the enemy if he's above 70% health. And he also 80% reduced stats effects. I feel like every single runner should have that trait. 80% reduced stats effects. Whitebeard also has that trait. But yeah, Robert Gucci, he does, he does claw effect. So, claw effect, it takes away hold skills, including basic attacks. And yeah, Rob Gucci, he's a big counter to Kuzan. He's a big counter to Whitebeard. He's a big counter to anybody that has a hold skill, like Roger or Gear 5 or anybody like that. So yeah, Robert Gucci jacket, Robert Gucci. Everyone. And the second to last runner that we have on the list is Roger. Roger, actually, it's surprising. Roger has not fallen off as much as people have thought he would have fallen off, to be honest. I expected Roger to fall off as soon as Garp came out because he does more damage to Roger X Pirates, but no! Roger has actually not fallen off, and I'll tell you why. He does more damage to defenders, and he also has this skill that goes through obstacles, damage reduction, and blah 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 blase. Ugh, man, I hate that skill. But he also ignores the enemy, and he can just capture the flag. So, yeah, like, he nullifies a lot of stats effects while capturing the flag and all of that. He has a lot of damage reduction. Like, yeah, there's not a lot to say about Roger besides, like, if you're capturing a flag, Unless there's a Garp, you're basically unkillable. But if you're capturing a flag and there's a Garp, you might want to run away. Or a Kuzan, because Kuzan also cooks Roger. But yeah, I don't really have much to say about Roger because he is a pure runner now. He's not like he used to be. But he has not fallen off. He's not fallen off. Still the second best runner in the game. Roger. Yeah, haha. And I don't think this top 1 spot needs any introductions. I feel as though this top 1 spot is very deserved, and nobody in the comments is probably gonna say anything about it. It's EX Shanks. EX Shanks, we all know his skill 1. It lasts for 45 seconds recovery block, ignore obstacles, and ignores defensive increase. It basically one-shots everybody. And then he also has this dumb skill right here, and then his combo skill, dumb combo skill right here, that if you have 30% or less health, you insta KO. So, you know. But we love Shanks because, you know, he has runner traits. Yeah, he has runner traits. He has damage reduction. Yeah, he's really an attacker with runner traits. Yep. Yeah. But anyways, guys, the way to play Shanks, in all actuality, is just be an attacker runner. And what I mean by that is if there's anybody on your flag, just attack them, and then once they're off the flag, cap the flag, and then kill them. I see a lot of Shankses, what they'll do, especially if you're about to get 5-0'd, they'll go to the same flag as you, and then they'll try to kill your enemy, your person that you're trying to kill. It makes no sense. Like, we know all you're trying to do is just get more KOs and boost your score because you're really an attacker. But bro, cap the treasure, you stupid runner. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy that video. This video, I really should say, this video. It was really fun to make. Top 11 best runners inside the meta right now. And unfortunately, Shanks has not been dethroned yet. Not yet. Maybe whenever Sabo comes out. I'm pretty sure Sabo's the next EX that's gonna come out. Sabo, probably not Blackbeard. Sabo or Kizaru, who knows. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps with the algorithm. I love you guys so much. You guys are what makes me able to post these videos regularly, you know. Yeah, I love you guys. Hope you guys have a great day. Peace out. Bye bye.